All right, everybody. Michelle is here. Been been a boy. It was a busy day because like I told you, I'm moving stuff out, moving out a whole lot of furniture and stuff. Did have half a year. So it's time. Sometimes it's time to let stuff go, and so I kind of wore myself out, but in a good way. I don't mind working hard like that, because I feel good, and and even though like I said, I bought this house thinking I was gonna be settled down and retired. That's not really my reality. You don't ever retire really. You just do things a little differently. You schedule your time a little differently. And but one thing I'm gonna make very clear, like I downloaded uh, on my phone the Facebook and the Messenger and all this stuff. I am not going to be dealing with that a lot in the second half of my life. I'm not dealing with all of that technology and stuff. That's going to be somebody else's problem. Other people can deal with it because chances are, you know, if I don't have to even use a cell phone, I just want a bare minimum cell phone. So this stuff is so overwhelming to me, and I don't feel like I want to learn it, even though it's a popular thing that people play around with these cell phones and Facebook and Instagram and this and that and the other. I find that not interesting at all. Not at all. So, but yeah, so I'll play with that tomorrow. But yeah, I was working pretty hard today, and it feels good for me to work hard like that because that's what I'm made to do. I'm not made to be indoors all. I mean, I'll be indoors, but I'm not made to be indoors. Just worrying about technology and trying to sync these phones up and it's driving me insane. That's not my that's and like I said, we all have weaknesses, and honey, I'll be glad to admit that that's a weakness of mine. Technology in that realm of it because we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. I wish I could just make that so clear, so clear. Um, it's like what will we be without these cell phones? We have to come to that realization because all it takes is somebody to cut a cord or cut a cable or do this and do that and just interfering all the time. So that will not be one of the things I'll take priority over. No way. Worrying about these cell phones. I'll let my wife worry about that. How about that? How about that? My future wife. I'm not dealing with it. I'll deal with other things. I'd rather deal with, the reality of situations as best I can. And to me, cell phones are just, they just got way out of control. And we don't know what we're dealing with. And we don't know, well, let's put it this way. I don't know what I'm dealing with the cell phones. And I'm glad. Because if something were to happen, what good is a cell phone, when you're having something major happening? And we need to keep in mind that there are major things going on, you know. So anyway, um, I'm gonna turn it in. I'm a little worn out, like I said, because I have been working, moving around the furniture and taking it out, attempting to get stuff to my neighbor. And my neighbor is not very decisive. She can't make decisions, and so and that's unfortunate because her husband was so dominant. And that's another thing about narcissistic psychopaths. They become so dominant in your life that you don't know how to do simple things. You can't even make simple decisions. And it's almost paralyzing your reality to be a natural flowing human being. And that's what narcissistic people do. Now, I don't know if he was narcissistic, but she was, sometimes you just don't know what's happening to you when you get involved with people that are so dominant like that and have those nefarious tendencies, because anytime somebody wants to kind of control you, that's nefarious. You don't want people trying to control you all the time. So I'm not going to be putting too much effort into her. I'm gonna have her. I'm not gonna help her with any garage sales because she procrastinates a lot, and I don't have time for that. But she does have some other people that can help her with her garage sale. I'll just make this stuff available to her. I'll go ahead and stage his house up a little bit, and then take it from there. See, and make some more decisions. See, I know how to make decisions. But it doesn't mean that I need to be sharing it all the time with people. But if somebody comes to me and asks me to do this and that and the other, I usually have a quick decision on it. I don't usually have to wait on nothing. As long as you present it to me that's logical, rational, and reasonable, I know how to make a decision very quickly without all this lingering and stuff. That stuff drives me insane. I can't handle that. You need to make decisions. We've contemplated, not contemplated, that's my favorite word, but we've been so complacent that, there's just no room for procrastination. There's no room for it. So, anyway, so I'm going to go lay me down to sleep, and I I'm just shocked at how much work I've done. See, when you put your mind to doing something, boy, the strength just comes to you. I'm telling you, it's that power of the thoughts. And if you have yourself properly aligned with that, you'll be surprised at the strength you have. I mean, all the work I've done, and these lazy ass motherfuckers looking at me, hanging around, mostly men watching me, and I don't want them asking to help me, and they know that. They know better. But it's amazing how they're just sitting around watching me work and handling my business. That's the most craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And these are non-black people, by the way. I just want to make that very clear. So anyway, I'm gonna say peace and love. I want to send peace and love to everyone all over the stars, over the moon and the mountains. I hope the weather is not uh, too much of a hindrance to you, enjoying the moments and doing what you got to do, because we still got to do what we got to do regardless. And so, again, I want to send peace and love to everyone all over the universe, over the stars, over the moon and mountains. My love to you is real. My love is lasting. And my love is caring. And I do care. Trust me on that. Peace and love. Good night.